Climate change can be overwhelming, confusing, very technical, and it's hard to understand as individuals. Can we even make a difference? But the answer is we can, and it can be really easy, and it starts with carbon literacy and understanding the impact of our everyday actions, because what gets measured gets changed.
Michelle is a global thought leader focused on accelerating climate action. We've spoken with prestigious international platforms including South by Southwest, Bloomberg, COP28, Goals House, TEDx, and more. Founder of Clever Carbon, Women in Climate, and the Carbon Movie Summit. Welcome, thank you so much.
The more carbon literate individuals there are, the faster we will reduce emissions. Because it's not only about your individual actions, but it's about understanding the scale and the urgency of climate change. I started my career in the Silicon Valley working for big companies like Salesforce and DocuSign. In 2019, I moved to London to support customers in the UK. I really deepened my relationship with sustainability there. I was able to refill my shampoo at the local convenience store. The public transportation was fantastic, lots of infrastructure for biking. This really inspired me to spend more time learning about sustainability.
And I actually took time out to volunteer for a local plastic-free advocacy organization.
I learned so much while working there, but I also found that the messaging was very negative. Don't do this, don't do that. It was hard to have people connect with that story. Then it clicked. If I were able to create a brand that didn't tell people what was right or wrong, but just help people understand the carbon footprint, that would be incredibly impactful.
I started my first climate project, Clever Carbon, where we teach people about carbon footprint in a really hip and fun way.
Today, when we talk about a single-use coffee cup or a flight, we say those things are bad. You know, coffee cups are bad, flying is bad. That's the language that we have. And what that tells me is that we fundamentally lack the ability to understand and communicate our choices in an objective manner.
An individual in the US, their average annual carbon footprint is around 17.0 tons. In the UK, it's around 7.7, and in Vietnam is around 2.2 tons annually. The global average is about 6.3, and the UN states that we need to get to 2.1 by 2030. At Clever Carbon, we create content to help people learn about carbon footprint. We have our 2-minute carbon footprint quiz where someone can find out their carbon footprint really quickly through our website. We also have the coffee menu, which helps people understand the scale of carbon footprint of different items and the fact that things like coffee have a carbon footprint. The more carbon literate individuals we have in our society, the faster we will reduce our emissions, because it's not only about individual actions, but when we are carbon literate, we create better solutions that can scale urgently, because what gets measured gets changed.